You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
Well, I guess another day, another game cancellation. If you guys haven't heard recently, the Black Panther game by EA, developed by Cliffhanger Studios, has been officially canceled. There was supposed to be a Black Panther game in development. We had saw, well, actually, we didn't see any footage for the game at all. I think we only got like an image of like the title, I think, and like it was being developed by Cliffhanger Studios, which was a fairly new studio. Actually, I think this was supposed to be their first game, actually, like ever, that they were developing. And not only did the game get canceled, the whole studio got shut down as well. Yeah, that's it's crazy. We live in crazy times, man, where freaking it just kind of seems like making video games is a very like not stable financial, like, you know, way of life. It kind of seems like it kind of feels like a lot of these developers are getting screwed over, and it kind of just feels like a lot of these developers who put so much effort and work into bringing out these amazing games for everyone, it just feels like time and time again they're the ones that get spit in the face and kind of just thrown away like trash. It kind of feels like, and it really sucks to see, especially with this or with, I guess, Cliffhanger being a new studio, and this being their first game, and it getting canceled and the whole studio getting shut down. Yeah, man, we live in crazy times. But I wanted to read the article by Polygon that came out recently, and I kind of just wanted to go over the details of the whole situation and what happened. And yeah, man, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. So the article reads, Electronic Arts has canceled its Black Panther game and closed down developer Cliffhanger Games. IGN, which first reported the news, cites an internal email in which EA Entertainment president Laura Mayel, I think is how you pronounce her last name, notified staff about the changes made to sharpen our focus and put our creative energy behind the most significant growth opportunities. These decisions are hard, Miel wrote, per IGN. They affect people we've worked with, learned from, and shared real moments with. We're doing everything we can to support them, including finding opportunities within EA where we've had success helping people land in new roles. The email continues, detailing that EA will now shift resources to the historically successful Battlefield, The Sims, Skate, and Apex Legends series. Mael also said that a game based on Iron Man is still in the works, as is the third entry in Respawn's Star Wars Jedi series and BioWare's next entry in Mass Effect. EA previously laid off around 300 employees across both Respawn Entertainment and Electronic Arts fan care teams in April 2025. Variety reported at the time that EA had effectively canceled the next Titanfall game and another unnamed game in early stage incubation. The Black Panther game was first announced at Marvel Games EA and Cliffhanger Games in 2023. The game was part of a 3-game deal with Marvel Games reached with EA that also included an Iron Man game developed by Motive. EA established the Seattle-based Cliffhanger Games in 2023 to work on the Black Panther game, which coincided with the 57th anniversary of the hero. The studio, led by former Monolith executive Kevin Stevens, was staffed by developers known for working on series like Halo, God of War, and Call of Duty. And reading the last bit of this article, according to Marvel press release, the Black Panther game was set to be an original third-person single-player Black Panther game that empowers players to experience what it's like to take on the mantle of Wakanda's protector, the Black Panther. So reading this whole article and just like reading what I just read, it kind of just feels like, okay, yeah, they're still making the Iron Man game, but like at this point with like how frequently games get canceled, I mean, we haven't even seen anything from that game either. Like we haven't seen anything from the Iron game either, and that was announced, I think, at the same time as the Black Panther game. I'm pretty sure. And so I wouldn't even be surprised if that game got canceled too, to be honest, unfortunately. I would love to see what Motive has, for that game and what they've been developing for that game. But like at this point, with just how these game companies and how these executives have been treating like the people down below, it kind of just seems like, I don't know, it kind of just seems like there's a 50-50 chance that this game's gonna like the Iron Man game is gonna get canceled. But for like, I guess like Respawn's, the Jedi game, the third installment of that game, I do have more faith that that game will be made and we will see that game, because we've already established, we already have an establishment of the Jedi Fallen Order game and Jedi Survivor games, and those are pretty good games despite, technical issues here and there. But those games were received well, so I would expect that we would at least see that game make it across the finish line, hopefully. But yeah, man, just hearing this is definitely sucks. It definitely sucks for the people who were working on this game, obviously. Hearing that like some of the people who worked on this game recently came from Monolith Studios, which if you didn't also hear about that, Monolith Studios were working on the Wonder Woman games. They had previously worked on the Shadow of Mordor games, and they were working on the Wonder Woman game, and that got canceled. And yeah, man, it just seems like there is no guarantee nowadays that your game will not be canceled. Like, there's no guarantee that your game will not be canceled in the year 2025. And yeah, man, just hearing this information and just like this year and last year, and I guess 2023, there have just been layoffs and game cancellations, and we really are in the times of just like even if you have like an IP like Marvel or like even Star Wars or like even like DC or anything like that, even if you have like safe guaranteed IPs like that, your game can still be canceled. Like, it doesn't even matter if you're an original IP or if you're an established IP. Like, there is no like safety net, it feels like, when it comes to certain things like this nowadays, because just the landscape of gaming is in such a weird state that like we don't know. I feel like a lot of these game companies don't know necessarily what works and what doesn't work, and what succeeds and what doesn't succeed, I feel like, anymore. And I feel like a lot of these game companies are kind of like are scrambling to really stay ahead in these crazy times, and you just get decisions like this where you just get like, people, where you just get people getting laid off and games getting canceled because the people up like the executive stuff like that don't trust that games like a Black Panther game or something like that can succeed and make money and stuff like that, and I guess be monetized as well, of course. But yeah, this definitely sucks to hear. and it definitely it sucks to hear that like we'll never see this game, or we'll never see what, you know, Cliffhanger Studios were, you know, developing. We'll never get to see the game in its entirety at all. And yeah, man, it definitely just sucks. But yeah, man, when it comes to specifically Marvel games, now that this game is canceled, we really only have the Iron Man game, which I don't know if that's gonna get canceled now, because that's by EA as well, and there's no telling what they're willing to cancel and what they're willing to get rid of now. But obviously we still have Insomniac making, you know, the Spider-Man games. We obviously still have them making the Wolverine game. I don't know when we'll see the Wolverine game again, but hopefully it's soon, because I really do want to see that game again. But at the same time, I do want Insomniac to take their time and make a great game. But yeah, man, getting back to the Black Panther game, there was also some concept art that was apparently leaked recently as well, showing off the game, some of the environments. Apparently the Skrulls were supposed to be antagonists of the game too, and apparently you were supposed to play as, I guess, T'Challa's son, or I guess not T'Challa himself in the game. And I think it was also supposed to be, or it was supposed to take like elements or RPG elements or something like that. But yeah, some of the concept art that they had for the game looked pretty cool. Like some of the concept art that I looked at, it looked really cool. It just really sucks to know that like even when you have an established IP as like strong as like Marvel, there's no like guarantee that your game is not going to be canceled, and that definitely sucks. So yeah, I definitely my heart's, I guess I don't know, like my condolences goes out to the people who, you know, lost their jobs and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys can find work again, and yeah, man, that's really it for today's video. Leave down in the comment section below what you think about EA canceling the Black Panther game. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one. So yeah, bye.